Hey everyone, it's Craig. So I wanted to share with you a bit of my passion today. I love bodybuilding, as you know, compete myself. A lot of the time, people are wondering kind of, what it is that motivates me or drives me or what I'm trying to achieve. And basically, I mean, as a guy who's 46 years old, obviously I'm not trying to compete with, the Chris Bumsteads and the Terrence Ruffins of the world, or any of the guys in sort of the open division. My goal has always been, because I started competing as a masters athlete, my goal has always been to be able to compete with the best people my age. And that's what I'm aiming for, and that's kind of what gets me out of bed in the morning and head into the gym at 4:30. Today there was a really big show over in the US called the NPC Universe, and I've seen some of the pictures that have been posted online, and they look absolutely fantastic. So I just I'm gonna really do a reaction video here. I've seen some of these in the past, and I kind of enjoy watching watching people react to various things. So I thought that maybe I'd give that a whirl, and we'll see if you guys like it. Who knows? Either way, I'm happy to share my thoughts and my passion with you guys. So, for what it's worth, here we go. All right. So starting out, this is the 35 plus class. So I'm actually going to skip that because I'm not 35 plus, I'm 40 plus. This here is the 40 plus class C second call out. So this is probably the top, I guess it would be like number 7, 8, 9, and 10. As you can see, these guys are all in pretty damn good shape, given for for their age and whatnot. This is the first call out, and say no more, right? Like, look at this dude's back, and look at his hamstrings and his glutes, and this guy too. Look at his glutes and his hamstrings and his back. This top three, top four, the top four are just nutty, right? Look at these guys. Beautiful balance, proportion. This guy's balance kind of gets thrown off on the front. That's a bit of a shame. But these guys, these two here in particular, are looking really, really good. And this guy's balance is a little bit off there. That might be a posing thing. I'm not too sure. One of the things that always catches me too is, like, you can see this guy here, right? The way that he's shrugged his shoulders up while he's posing here. You can see how, like, one of the things that I always tell my guys when I'm trying to help people out with posing is you have to keep your shoulders depressed when you're in the back double bicep, because if you don't keep your shoulders depressed, you're not going to get this beautiful, lats popping out phenomenon that these guys have got going. See, this guy's got like no lats because he's got his shoulders bunched up too high. Anyways, pretty amazing top two in particular, but the top four are pretty darn good. Class C is actually, they're like a little bit taller than me. So Class B, this is my class here. This is the second call out. Yeah, these guys are looking good. Maybe a little bit small. You can see that there's like some flaws that are kind of clearly visible. Like, this guy's a little bit small. This guy's balance just isn't so great. This guy's okay from the back, but not so much from the side or whatever that shot is. But here we are again with the first call out, and once again, the top 3, 4, the top 5 guys in this are incredible, right? Like, this guy here, who I guess in the back double shot is actually over here. He looks pretty good. He's not my pick for first. This guy here has a great midsection, and quads are pretty good. Doesn't look like he's fully set into this pose here in the back, so I wouldn't like judge him from this picture. But looking at his back development, especially the way that his lats are popping out here, that's really good. He's got to get his elbows up. I'm thinking that he's probably just pulling here right before he, cranks into the pose. So I would love to see this guy in a properly posed pick. This guy is like, he looks really tall for Class B, right? And that has to do with his lines and proportions. I think think he looks pretty good. Quad separation is a little bit weak in this pose, and his midsection isn't that defined. But that's totally like, you know, pot calling the kettle black with in terms of the abdominal section there, because that's not something that's particularly strong on me either. Although I do get pretty decent separation in the legs. Yeah, and his back double is beautiful. It looks nice, right? Then we've got this guy here, who's yeah, I mean, he's sorry, I guess this guy is this guy here. This guy's this guy here. This guy is actually this guy over here. Okay, I got it. Yeah, his midsection is pretty crazy. So yeah, that guy clearly, because of the conditioning, they probably moved him to the center, because that is just nuts, right? And that's probably what caught the judge's eyes there, especially given the people that he was up against. Nobody else really has that, like the deeply defined serratus there. That's just amazing. Yeah. So very, very strong class, right? This guy looks awesome from the back. He's a bit weak on the front, but yeah, his back looks great. Anyways, wow, what a class. This guy here, this is actually one of the pictures that wanted me to share this with you guys. This guy here is a Masters Classic Physique competitor, right? I just don't even know what to say. He looks incredible, right? He's got beautiful conditioning, beautiful proportioning. He's got the feathering in the quads here. He's grainy, right? Like biceps, midsection, lat, chest, everything. Amazing shot. And when I saw this, like, honestly, if I stay in classic physique, this is the physique that I'm going for right here. As I have mentioned in the past, though, I'm actually looking at perhaps moving to light heavyweight, but there's another amazing light heavyweight, and you know, I'll share that picture with you in a second. This one here is, this is class A. Yeah, I mean, these guys look great. This guy here, holy cow, look at his upper body. That's incredible. Really, really nice lines on this guy. Amazing. And I think, yeah, this guy's okay too. I don't know about the you know, the Princess Leia hair, but I mean, whatever, do what you do. Yeah, this guy just looks great, right? And yeah, the caption, top to bottom, men and women, this has been the most impressive group of Masters Division competitors I've ever seen. And Will Whitman has taken a few pictures in his day and has been to a few of these events. So for him to say that is certainly something worthy of note. This is the 50 plus guys, second call out. So yeah, not terribly inspiring there. This, on the other hand, though, the first call out for the 50 plus guys, 50 plus guys, 50 plus, like, look at these guys. It's incredible, right? Like, this guy here looks great. This guy here, this tall guy, he looks pretty amazing too. Like, just, you know, absolutely incredible stuff. This guy here looks great too. I don't know, man. They all look great. I just, yeah, I mean, if I'm looking like that in a few years, like, look at this big chungus here. He's got, like, you know, striated glutes. He's got nasty hamstrings. He's got just this grainy, nasty back, right? You know, from the side. I mean, over 50? Like, are you kidding me? Like, wow. Just amazing. Hope I can get there one day. 60 plus. Okay, this is a little bit too far in the future for me, so we'll skip that. Again, 50 plus. Bodybuilding open heavyweight. So I actually want to compete in light heavy, so we'll flip through and find that. Wow, that's a nice shot. There we go, light heavies. So this is, if I, right now, last year when I competed, I was pretty close to the weight cap for the classic physique division. So the question is really, in the future, am I going to put on enough muscle mass that I become a light heavy, or am I going to stay in classic physique? And to be honest with you, I don't know. That all depends on how much my body grows. If sucking down and getting into classic physique is an option, then there's a chance that I'll do that, because I already looked pretty big for a classic physique competitor last year. And hopefully, if I'm competing in masters and if I have to suck down to make weight, then hopefully that would make me quite competitive. But we'll see how that all transpires. The next show that I'm aiming for is October of 2023. In terms of like big shows that I actually care about, it's October of 2023, so that's still another 15 months away. So not really too worried at the moment, and it's way premature to even be making guesses about that stuff. But yeah, if I don't make it into, if I do wind up as a light heavyweight, then this would be the look that I'm going for. I really like this guy here. His back is just incredible. Wow. Yeah, just a big unit, this guy. This guy here in the middle obviously has better legs, right? If we compare the two. He's just got that huge hamstring drop, whereas this guy doesn't really have the same hamstring drop. And I'm assuming that he's not fully into that pose right now, right? And that it looks a lot better once he's cranked back. But, given the shot, and everyone else is in pose, clearly he's just a little bit behind. This guy on the end here just looks absolutely massive for a light heavy. But yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully, if I were to compete in light heavy, obviously I want to look like the guys in the middle. But we'll see how it all goes. I have a pretty wide waist. I don't think I'm as wide as this guy. But still, I could definitely see myself, looking somewhere around this or this type of area. So we'll just see how that goes. These are the middles. So these guys are slightly lighter than I am. The limit on this is 80 kilograms. I competed last year at 81, which is with 82 being the limit for classic physique at my height. And then light heavy actually goes up to 90. So that's like another 15, 20 pounds that I can put on of stage weight. So that's a lot of room, obviously. But yeah, so these guys, yeah, looking good. Now, one thing that I just wanted to flag here is this guy here is actually, he's a leading researcher in the National Strength and Conditioning Association. So he runs the bodybuilding interest group in the NSCA, which is really cool. And he's like a wealth of information. So it's great to see him up there looking so good. Yeah, I think he's an older dude too. So, I always like to see the older dudes doing well. And this is Bodybuilding Open. That's a reminder. So this is like, people here are like, this kid's clearly young, right? He's probably in his early 20s. Whereas I think this guy on Instagram, it's Dr. G Fit. But when he's in his 40s, I think. So, good showing for him. Looks really good. I mean, to be that close to the center in, at a national level show is just incredible. So anyways, that's really it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I really, like this shot. Oh, wow. So I just, I love this sport. It's frustrating as hell sometimes because it's like, it's one of those sports where you can actually do all that you could possibly do and still wind up coming up short. You can be perfect on all of your training, your nutrition. You can come in perfectly dialed. But at the end of the day, if somebody better than you shows up, there's nothing you can do about it. And it just comes down to genetics. And like, that's the thing I think that's like, it's kind of bittersweet, but it's kind of really what makes the sport interesting is the fact that, you can put in all the effort and do everything perfectly and sometimes still come up short, right? And you just have to accept that. And it's like, it's a tough pill to swallow, but as long as you're making progress each and every time that you're stepping on stage, then there's a lot to be said for that. And, I know that I'm continuing to progress even though I'm 46 years old now. Looking at these guys, I know that further progress is possible. So I'm going to continue to keep working my way towards, achieving that, looking like these guys. Absolutely incredible showing at NPC Universe, for all of these athletes. Congratulations to all of them that, that competed. And, I just hope one day that I get the opportunity to share stage with athletes of this caliber, because A, it would mean that I earned my way there, and B, it would just be a tremendous experience to be around so many great athletes. That's it for me this week, guys. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any comments, please, shoot them down in the box down here. Please like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And let me know what you think, right? Is this something that you're interested in? Is there something that you find interesting in what I've shared here? On the other hand, should I nix this and stick with my stupid PowerPoint presentations? Whatever. Just let me know what you think. And thanks very much again for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.